Did you know that nearly all deaths after the age of 75 are caused by just a few health issues? Many people think that dying at an older age is just a natural part of life, but in reality, most of these deaths are the result of preventable risks that are often ignored until it's too late. The issue is that by the time most individuals realize the danger, their health has already declined, leaving them with fewer options for recovery. But if you're aware of these risks now, you can take steps to protect yourself and even extend your life in ways you might not have thought possible. In this video, we're going to highlight the 5 main causes of death after 75, the factors responsible for nearly all fatalities in this age group. Some of these might seem obvious, while others could catch you off guard. But one thing is clear. Understanding these risks is the first step in preventing them. These are not just statistics. They represent real people, real families, and real decisions that could make all the difference between dealing with serious health issues or enjoying a long and fulfilling life. Stick around until the end, because while these 5 causes are common, they're not inevitable. With some small but meaningful lifestyle changes, many people have been able to reduce their risks, maintain their independence longer, and even add years, sometimes decades, to their lives. The decisions you make today could have a huge impact on how strong, active, and independent you are in the years to come. Let's dive in. Number 1. Heart disease. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death for people over 75, but many don't realize how much control they actually have over it. The heart is a muscle, and like any muscle, it can either stay strong with proper care or weaken due to neglect over time. The problem is, you often don't feel the warning signs until it's too late. Many people assume that feeling tired, short of breath, or slowing down is just part of getting older. But these symptoms can actually be signs that your heart isn't as healthy as it should be, and that's something you should pay attention to. One of the main contributors to heart disease is high blood pressure. Over time, high blood pressure puts a huge strain on your arteries, forcing your heart to work harder than it should. The tricky part is, you can't feel it. There are no immediate symptoms, no pain, and no warning until a heart attack or stroke happens, and by then, it might be too late to reverse the damage. That's why many people find themselves in the hospital wondering how things went so wrong when they felt fine just days before. Another big factor is poor diet. Years of eating processed foods, too much salt, and unhealthy fats can slowly damage your arteries and reduce blood flow. The key isn't just avoiding unhealthy foods, it's also about eating foods that nourish the heart. Your heart needs the right nutrients to stay strong, and if you're not getting them, the damage will accumulate faster than you think. Lack of exercise is another major contributor. Your heart isn't designed to be sedentary. When you stop moving, your circulation slows, your muscles weaken, and your heart doesn't get the workout it needs to stay healthy. You don't need to run marathons. Simple activities like walking, stretching, or even chair exercises can keep your heart in good shape. The biggest mistake many people make is thinking that heart disease is just something that happens with age, or that it's a matter of fate. But the truth is, small everyday choices add up. What you eat, how you move, how you manage stress. They all affect the health of your heart. The takeaway here is simple. You have more control over your heart health than you might think. The best time to start protecting your heart is now. Number 2. Falls and injuries. One of the most underestimated dangers after 75 is falling. It can happen in an instant. One wrong step, a moment of dizziness, or a slippery floor, and everything can change. A broken hip, a head injury, or even a small bruise can quickly turn into something far more serious, even life-threatening. And here's the real danger. Many people don't realize how vulnerable they are until it's too late. Shocking as it may sound, falls are one of the leading causes of injury-related deaths among seniors. They result in millions of emergency room visits every year, and for many, a single fall can lead to a decline in health from which they never fully recover. For example, a hip fracture can mean months of recovery, loss of independence, and a higher risk of infections and complications. Despite how common this is, most people don't take fall prevention seriously until it happens to them or a loved one. As we age, our balance, muscle strength, and reaction time all naturally decline. But this process is so gradual that we don't always notice it. You might feel fine going about your daily routines, but one day you reach for something, lose your balance, and before you know it, the fall has occurred. The body just doesn't recover as quickly as it once did, and what would have been a minor stumble in youth can now result in serious injuries. To make matters worse, fear of falling can lead to even more falls. Many seniors, after a close call, begin to avoid physical activity altogether. They stop walking, avoid stairs, and limit movement out of fear. But the less you move, the weaker your muscles get. The weaker your muscles become, the more likely you are to fall. It's a vicious cycle, and it can strip you of your independence. But here's the good news. Falls are not inevitable. In fact, there are simple but powerful ways to reduce your risk dramatically. Strengthening your legs and core, improving balance, and making small adjustments in your home, like better lighting, slip-proof rugs, and sturdy handrails, can mean the difference between staying active and independent or facing a life-changing injury. Another overlooked factor: medication side effects. Many prescriptions cause dizziness, drowsiness, or changes in blood pressure that make falls more likely. If you've ever stood up too quickly and felt lightheaded, that's your body warning you that something needs to be adjusted. Talking to your doctor about your medications, making sure they're not working against you, and being mindful of how they affect your balance can save your life. Falling isn't just about tripping over something. It's about staying strong, staying steady, and staying aware of the little things that can make a big difference. Because after 75, a single fall can change everything, and taking the right precautions today could mean years of continued mobility, independence, and a much higher quality of life. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Respiratory diseases. Breathing is something we take for granted until it becomes difficult. As we age, our lungs don't work as efficiently as they once did, and even minor respiratory issues can turn serious quickly. What starts as a simple cough or shortness of breath can lead to chronic conditions, infections, and even hospitalization. After 75, respiratory diseases become one of the leading causes of death, not because they're unavoidable, but because they're often ignored until it's too late. One of the biggest dangers is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, which includes emphysema and chronic bronchitis. Over time, the airways become inflamed, making it harder and harder to breathe. Many seniors brush off symptoms like frequent coughing, wheezing, or feeling out of breath, assuming it's just a normal part of aging. But in reality, these are warning signs that your lungs need help. And then there's pneumonia. It might seem like just another infection, but for older adults, pneumonia is far more dangerous. What starts as a cold or mild chest congestion can quickly turn into a life-threatening condition because the body's ability to fight off infections weakens with age. Many hospitalizations after 75 are caused by pneumonia, and in too many cases the infection leads to a rapid decline in health that some never fully recover from. Another major risk: poor air quality. Over the years, exposure to dust, pollution and second-hand smoke takes a toll on the lungs. Even inside the home, things like mold, pet dander and indoor pollutants can worsen breathing problems without you even realizing it. And if you already have conditions like asthma or COPD, these irritants make symptoms even worse. Making small adjustments, such as improving indoor air quality, using air purifiers, or avoiding smoke exposure, can significantly protect your lungs. One of the simplest but most effective ways to keep your lungs strong is to stay active. Many people don't realize that the lungs, like any other part of the body, need exercise to function properly. When you move, your lungs expand fully, keeping them healthy and clearing out mucus buildup. But when you sit for long periods, your lungs aren't working as hard, making you more vulnerable to infections and weakening lung function over time. Even light activities, such as walking or stretching, can keep your lungs stronger for longer. Another crucial factor: getting the right vaccinations. Many seniors underestimate the importance of vaccines for pneumonia, flu, and other respiratory illnesses. But these simple precautions can dramatically reduce the risk of severe infections. It's not just about avoiding a bad cold. It's about preventing complications that could land you in the hospital or, worse, cause a serious health crisis. Breathing should never feel like a struggle, but for many people over 75, it does. Not because it has to, but because they don't take action early enough. Your lungs are with you every second of your life, working to keep you alive. Taking care of them, strengthening them, and protecting them from infection is one of the most powerful things you can do to extend both your health and independence. Number 4. Stroke. A stroke happens suddenly, without warning, and in an instant, life can change forever. It's one of the leading causes of death after 75, yet many people don't realize how many early warning signs and risk factors are within their control. The problem is, a stroke doesn't always give you a second chance. Once it happens, the damage is often permanent. But here's what most people don't know. Up to 80% of strokes can be prevented. That means the choices you make today could determine whether you stay independent or suffer from a life-altering event. A stroke occurs when blood flow to the brain is suddenly blocked or a blood vessel bursts. When this happens, brain cells begin to die within minutes. The longer the brain is deprived of oxygen, the greater the damage. Some strokes are small, causing only temporary confusion or slight weakness, but others leave people paralyzed, unable to speak, or completely dependent on others. In far too many cases, a stroke is fatal. One of the biggest risk factors is high blood pressure. Over time, too much pressure on the arteries weakens them, making them more likely to rupture or become blocked. And just like with heart disease, high blood pressure often has no symptoms. That's why so many people walk around completely unaware that they are at risk until a stroke suddenly occurs. Another major cause is irregular heart rhythms, like atrial fibrillation, AFib. Many seniors experience this without realizing it, and when the heart beats irregularly, blood can pool and form clots. If one of those clots travels to the brain, it can cause a stroke in an instant. The good news? A simple medical checkup can detect these issues early, and treatment can lower your risk dramatically. Diet and lifestyle play a huge role in reducing your risk of stroke. Consuming too many processed foods, excessive salt, and unhealthy fats can significantly increase your chances of having a stroke, while being inactive can cause blood to thicken and circulation to slow down. The key to lowering your risk is staying active, eating nutrient-dense foods, and keeping your blood pressure in check. Simple changes like incorporating leafy greens into your meals, cutting back on salt, and staying hydrated by drinking more water can make a significant difference. A common yet often overlooked issue is mini strokes, also known as TIAs. transient ischemic attacks. Even if symptoms like vision changes or confusion seem to disappear, it's crucial not to ignore them. Getting medical help right away could be the difference between preventing a full stroke or facing its life-altering consequences. The most important takeaway is this: you have the power to lower your risk of stroke. Regularly checking your blood pressure, maintaining a heart-healthy diet, staying physically active, and recognizing early warning signs can help you stay independent and avoid the devastating effects of a stroke. The sooner you take action, the better your chances of protecting yourself. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please leave a comment saying number 4 below to let us know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Your support helps us continue making valuable content to inform and inspire. Let's keep going. Number 5. Cognitive decline and related challenges. One of the most heart-wrenching parts of aging is the gradual loss of memory, reasoning, and independence. Cognitive decline doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in slowly, with small changes that are easy to overlook at first. But over time, these small lapses can turn into something much more serious. The ability to handle everyday tasks, recognize familiar people, or make sound decisions can fade, and for many, this is no longer just a minor inconvenience. It becomes life-threatening. Dementia and Alzheimer's disease don't only impact the mind, they pose risks to the entire body. As cognitive function diminishes, so does the ability to care for one's own health. Simple activities like remembering to take medications, eating balanced meals, or recognizing illness symptoms become more difficult. For seniors with dementia, forgetting to drink enough water can lead to dangerous dehydration. Others may eat too much or too little, leading to nutritional problems or weight gain, which heightens the risk of additional serious health issues. But one of the biggest dangers is accidents. Forgetting to turn off the stove, leaving the door unlocked at night, or wandering outside in unsafe conditions. These are all risks that become deadly as cognitive decline progresses. And for many seniors, this leads to a tragic reality: losing their independence. They may no longer be able to live alone safely, and without proper care, their health declines even faster. The scariest part: many people don't realize they're experiencing cognitive decline until it has already advanced. Early signs, such as forgetting names, struggling to follow conversations, or misplacing important items, are often brushed off as just getting older. But in reality, these small warning signs are your brain's way of telling you that something is changing. The sooner you take action, the better your chances of slowing the progression and maintaining a sharp, healthy mind for years to come. One of the best ways to protect your brain is staying mentally active. Just like the muscles in your body, the brain needs exercise to stay strong. Reading, learning new skills, doing puzzles, or even having deep conversations keeps your brain engaged and reduces the risk of cognitive decline. And here's something many people overlook. Physical exercise is just as important for brain health as mental activity. Movement increases blood flow to the brain, which helps protect memory and cognitive function. Another key factor: social interaction. Isolation and loneliness speed up mental decline dramatically. Having regular conversations, meeting with friends, and staying engaged with a community can literally help keep your brain sharper longer. The more you challenge your mind with new experiences and meaningful interactions, the more resilient it becomes. Of course, diet plays a major role. What you eat directly affects brain health. Omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins found in foods like leafy greens, berries, and nuts help protect against cognitive decline. On the other hand, too much processed food, sugar, and unhealthy fats contribute to inflammation in the brain, increasing the risk of dementia. A healthy brain starts with a healthy body, and the choices you make today can shape how well you think and function in the years ahead. Losing cognitive function isn't an inevitable part of aging. By taking the right steps now, keeping your mind and body active, staying socially engaged, and making smart dietary choices, you can significantly reduce your risk. Your brain is just like any other part of your body. The more you take care of it, the stronger it stays. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to think about everything we've covered: heart disease, falls, respiratory issues, stroke, and cognitive decline. These 5 causes are responsible for nearly all deaths after 75. But here's what's important to remember: they are not inevitable. Most people don't realize how much control they actually have over their own health, and by the time they do, it's often too late. The truth is, small, consistent choices starting today can add years of strength, clarity, and independence to your life. No one wants to think about aging, but ignoring these risks doesn't make them go away. The great thing is that awareness gives you control. By recognizing the signs, taking preventive action, and making your health a priority, you no longer have to worry about what's coming. Instead of focusing on limitations, you can focus on longevity, strength, and living life to its fullest. Take a moment to reflect on your daily habits. Are there areas where you could make small improvements? Perhaps it's eating more nutritious foods, staying active, getting regular health checkups, or keeping your mind and social life engaged. Whatever it is, remember that you don't need to overhaul everything all at once. Even one small change in the right direction can set you on a path toward better health and a fuller, longer life. At this stage in life, your health is your most valuable asset. The more you take care of it, the more time you'll get to spend with loved ones, maintain your independence, and live without the worry of preventable health issues. Each day offers a chance to prioritize your well-being, and the choices you make today will directly impact how strong and capable you are in the future. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it to your life. Your feedback means a lot to us, and reading your comments really motivates and inspires us. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it. Your support enables us to continue creating content that informs and inspires. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.